School has the notorious reputation for being boring for students. Everything from movies to online forums reinforce that idea. But what if I told you that this could be a sign of something more serious? Let's discuss why. Before we jump into it, make sure to like, follow, and comment if you enjoyed. And make sure to check out our other TenneyTube video here where we talk about executive functioning and why it's important. So, why is school so boring? There's really one phrase which captures why school is boring for students: dead time. The Cambridge Dictionary defines dead time as time where there is little or no activity. Nobody enjoys dead time. As adults, even something as simple as waiting in line can be an irritant. One of the reasons we dislike going to the Social Security office or DPS or any government office really is that we know we will experience lots of dead time waiting in line or for our number to be called. And we as adults have fully developed discipline and self-control. In schools, dead time is rampant. It's no wonder students still developing and learning self-discipline find school boring. Before we talk about solutions for dead time in school, let's talk about the different ways students experience dead time at school. The first and most frustrating type of dead time for students is idle dead time. During idle dead time, students should be making learning progress, but are inhibited from doing so for some reason. Idle dead time can occur when a student is more capable than the average student in the class. This student must simply wait to learn until the rest of the class catches up. Or worse, perhaps this student disengages from learning altogether when they are routinely required to wait to learn. To be fair, students on the opposite end of the academic spectrum may also face idle dead time. In this case, the student may have given up on learning because they simply cannot keep up with the concepts fast enough to keep up with the class. If a student is falling behind in the classroom, it can become a dangerous snowball effect academically. The student may be scared to reach out to the teacher or to the parents to discuss the situation. Maybe the student feels like they need to be in AP classes because all of their friends are in AP classes. When the student becomes bored, it means they have stopped being motivated, and it could lead them to give up entirely on their classes and grades. So being in a class not properly geared towards a student academic level can lead to lots of idle dead time and boredom at schools. But this is not the only source of the dead time in schools. When classes are inefficient or poorly managed, it results in idle dead time for students. Poor classroom management could lead to disruptions, delays in learning, and student behavioral issues, which will all create additional dead time for students. Also, poorly prepared or uncaptivating lesson plans will lead to more dead time and boredom for students. This can be an issue with the educational model prevalent in most schools today. The model where teachers lecture in front of a 30-person classroom leaves room for students to fall through the cracks. While idle dead time may be a cause for student boredom, there's a second type of dead time also present in schools: transition dead time. Transition dead time is the time students spend between learning sessions. Transition dead time can occur during travel to school, waiting for transportation, between classes, or waiting before and after school. Basically, any time a student has to wait until the next learning session would be a transition dead time. Students are not as bored in each transition dead time as an idle dead time because during these times they'll be allowed to socialize and talk to friends. However, it's fair to say that for most students they spend 8 to 10 hours of school each day for less than 2 hours of active learning. This is primarily due to transition dead time. With so much transition dead time in each day, students are lulled into a bored state that leaves them unprepared for the next learning session when it does occur. And while it may be more efficient to build large facilities to house schools, increase in school size results in much more transition dead time. So, what's the solution then? If we want to reduce the boredom of students that they feel at school, we need to focus on ways to reduce dead time. An alternative education model may be the best way to solve these boredom issues. So what type of alternative learning models are available? While there is some diversity in charter and magnet schools, private schools offer a place to look for even more diverse school model selection. Whether charter, magnet, or private, you may be able to find a school model better suited for your child with less learning dead time. Opening the conversation with them and getting their preferences will help, in addition to considering the differences in which the model they think they would benefit from. A subject-focused school is a great option for students who already are interested in a certain type of career path. This can be anything from STEM to the arts, and each of the schools specializes in a career that's desired for the student. Since these schools are extremely specialized, they are most times located in centralized locations relating to their specialty. Most schools like this will be present in the downtown area of larger cities or in and around the industry they're focused on. Schools that specialize in a smaller educational environment are a great option for those students who feel dissatisfied disengaged, stressed out, or bored from all the idle and transition dead time at their present school. These schools often feature a customizable curriculum that develops and adjusts to the student. They can feature anything from small group learning to one-on-one learning like here at the Tenney School. To conclude, a school being boring for a student can be a present sign that something is off with their academic motivation. This boredom is usually a sign that the student is at a school with too much student dead time. Chances are they're falling through the cracks in their current coursework and would benefit from a different type of educational model. It's worth exploring options relating to your students' preferences. Maybe they're too stressed out in the high-pressure social setting of public school, or because they're gifted and talented and they're looking to be pushed at their own pace. Regardless, the school options that we mentioned are good to consider for any type of student, and we urge you to check out our one-to-one program here at the Tenney School. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to today's episode of TenneyTube. If you enjoyed this episode, please sure to give us a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Be sure to hit that bell icon to be notified anytime we go live with a new video. Have a good one.